Hey guys, welcome back to Wheelin' with Wally. Today I'm going to be going over heat issues with the Jeep TJ. So in this most recent snowstorm we had, it got down to like -8. I noticed the heat in my Jeep was lukewarm at best, so I'm going to try and fix that today. So there's really only three main things I can think of that would make the heat not work properly, and that's either the blend door actuator failing and getting stuck in the wrong position, the heater core getting clogged and needing flushed out, or the thermostat failing. So I really think it's just my heater core that's clogged today. So I'm going to start by flushing that because it's probably the easiest thing and doesn't cost any money to do. So we're going to start with the heater core flush. And then if that doesn't work, I'll move on to one of the other two in this video. But I'll also talk about them a little bit just in case your issue isn't the same as mine. So let's go ahead and jump over there and I'll show you a couple things on the Jeep. So just to start with, the blend door actuator is right down here under the dash on the passenger side of the vehicle. And that I believe is working correctly because I had my Jeep warmed up blowing the lukewarm air, and then I turned the thermostat control all the way to cool, and you felt the air change and actually get cold, and then I turned it back to hot, and then it switched back to being the lukewarm air. So I believe it's functioning how it should. I don't think it's stuck in one position. So your thermostat's up under here. It's not very hard to remove, just a couple bolts. I just don't want to mess with that first because it's just easier to pull these two hoses off for the heater core and flush it with water and hopefully clear the clog. So that's how I'm going to start. And it's these two hoses right here. The top is the return and the bottom is the hot in. And they are two different sizes. I think it's 5/8 and 3/4. 5/8 and 3/4. And then I bought some clear vinyl hose to stick on there so I can kind of run it to a bucket and not spill a bunch of antifreeze on the ground while I'm flushing it. One quick trick to try and figure out if your heater core is clogged is by feeling these two hoses. And typically if one is hot and the other is cool, it means it's not getting through there like it should. I did check that with mine and they both were fairly warm. One was a little cooler, so I'm still going to try this and hopefully that'll solve my issue and it'll be pretty simple. And then I don't think it has anything to do with the thermostat because the Jeep still gets up to 210 degrees, which is right in the middle, and holds that temperature no problem. It doesn't get too hot, doesn't not get hot enough. So if the thermostat was going bad and was stuck open or closed, then the Jeep would either stay too cool so it wouldn't get hot enough to produce heat, or it would get way too hot and overheat. And I'm not having that issue, which is why I don't think it's the thermostat. So now the first thing we need to do to flush the heater core is to remove these two hoses so we can actually back flush it. So when you take these hoses off, they are full of antifreeze, so you are going to lose a little bit of antifreeze, so be ready wherever you are for that. Also, this is a vacuum line right here, so you want to be careful not to break it. And yeah, I'm hoping these aren't terrible to get off because I've had them off once before, so I don't know. I'm really hoping they come off kind of easy because the first time they were not the easiest to get off. So you got a clip on here that you just need to clamp together and then move it off of the end there so you can pull the hose off. Okay, it's kind of wiggling. There we go. Okay, let's try not to make a big mess. Oh, beautiful. Try and tuck this up high so it won't leak everywhere. Now let's move on to the second one. Now that one's coming off nice and easy. Okay. So one thing I did to make this a little easier and cleaner is buy two different sizes of this vinyl tubing. I bought a 5/8 inside diameter vinyl tubing for the lower hookup, and then the upper one is a 3/4 inch inside diameter vinyl tubing. So I'm just going to stick these on the ends, and then I'll be able to flush it and dump the water wherever I want it to go. This 3/4 is stiff. So I've got a 5-gallon bucket down here that I'm going to run the water into. And then I just got some fittings in the garden aisle at Lowe's just so I could get a big heavy flow through the tube. And that's just what I stuck on the end of my garden hose. I bought a little valve and then a little kind of hose connector where you could make your own hose. So I'm going to send it through the smaller hose first. That's the normal way it flows, and flush that a lot. And then I'll send it back the other way. And then I'll do that a couple times each way. Okay, so I stuck the vinyl hose on the end of my garden hose, and here we go. So now I'm going to switch the hoses and send it back through the big one. Here we go through the big one. Oh. That was immediately a disaster. It's got a pinch in the smaller hose. All right, let's try this again. God. I'm just gonna cut it. It's making me angry. Put the bucket up here, try and take some of the bend out of that. Okay, let's try this again. Here we go. All right, this is murdering me. Just a second. Okay, I was getting so much pressure from this one, I stuck a hose clamp on the one that's connected to the hose, so maybe I do have a clog right here. Maybe that's the issue. Oh, now we're flying. I don't know, that really gave away, almost like, I don't know, it broke a clog. So I'm going to switch back and I'm going to do it the other way. I'll do this a couple times. All right, let's stick this back on the other hose and go. There we go. Okay. It's flowing pretty good this way. Okay, here goes the flush. Flowing pretty good. All right, I'm going to clean this up, and then I guess I'll put the hoses back on and test the heat. All right, let's pull these off. All right, and now we'll put our hoses back on. We'll start with the bottom. All right, that's back on. Do the top hose. All right, both those are on. Now I'm going to start the Jeep, let it run. I'll leave my radiator cap off for a little bit of time to maybe burp out some air, but I don't even think that that's really necessary. Another thing I forgot to mention is you're also going to want to turn your heat on high. All right, we'll let that run for a little while. Okay guys, so I'll get back with you in a minute once the Jeep is warmed up and I can tell you if it worked or not. There wasn't a whole lot of sediment in the bucket, so I'm not sure if it cleared out anything. I mean, it really felt like there was a clog when I flushed it back the other way the second time I flushed it. So maybe it did something, but I'll let you know in a minute. So the air in the Jeep is really hot again, like almost start to burn your hand hot, and I'm not even driving the Jeep, and normally it blows hotter when I'm driving. So yeah, like this is starting to sting my hand. It's pretty warm. And that's what I wanted. That's how it used to be. So I think that might have worked, but also while I was in here, I noticed once when I was moving it from cold to hot, it kind of stayed cool when I put it all the way back to hot. And then I did that a few more times and it went back to hot. So now I'm also thinking maybe my blend door might be going bad. It might have something to do with it. So what I did is I went ahead and ordered a new blend door on Amazon for like 28 bucks. And I'm going to make a video out of that too, because I think this did help flushing the heater core. So I'm going to leave this as its own video, and then I'm going to make another video for the blend door. Okay guys, so that's it for this video. If this helped you out, please think about subscribing. If it didn't, maybe you might still want to subscribe, because I'll be doing the blend door next and you'll get the notification when that video drops. Yeah, other than that, just drop me some comments, tell me if this helped you out, and hopefully it did, and keep you warm. I'll see you guys on the next one.